Welcome back to Deep Dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're looking at something you probably see every day, but maybe don't think about too much.
Documents.
Exactly, documents. We want to unpack how digging into them systematically can give us, real insights, especially some more complex like health policy.
Right.
And we'll explore a method called the read approach.
Yeah, and it's funny how often the power of just written stuff gets overlooked in research. I mean, historically, people like Marx, Weber, they relied heavily on documents, official reports, bureaucratic records, that kind of thing.
Sure.
But getting clear, practical guidance on how to do that well, especially in health policy, it's been, well, kind of missing.
Okay.
So the READ approach is really about filling that gap, giving researchers a structured way to be more rigorous, to get the most out of these records.
So if you're faced with this, like, mountain of reports and notes, how do you even start? What exactly is document analysis in this context?
Well, when we talk about documents here, we mean it pretty broadly. Think physical or virtual things. Artifacts, really.
Designed by someone for someone else.
Exactly. And designed to do something in a specific setting. And what's key is they aren't just passive. They're active. They shape things, almost like agents themselves.
Huh. Agents. Interesting.
Yeah. And in health policy, they're vital for understanding, well, everything. The policy itself, how it's implemented.
You're not implemented.
Right. The processes, how issues get framed. And you can use this approach on its own. Definitely.
Just document analysis.
Yeah. But it gets really powerful when you mix it, say, with interviews.
Triangulation.
Exactly. They feed each other. Documents point to interview questions. Interviews point back to documents. It's dynamic.
Okay, so this READ approach, it sounds practical. Let's unpack it. R-E-A-D. What's the R?
R is for ready. Ready your materials.
Okay, ready. What does that actually mean when you've got potentially hundreds of documents?
It means setting your parameters first. What's your topic?
Yep.
What time frame? Where are you searching?
Got it. Scope it out.
Precisely. Because the biggest challenge is often just volume, way too many documents. So practical tip, get a super clear file naming system from the start, like author.date.topic.institution.pdf. Something you can search easily.
Oh, that's smart, because you'll need to find them again later, presumably.
You absolutely will. And think beyond just official policies. Look for gray literature.
Gray literature.
Yeah, things like reports from organizations, conference notes, stuff that isn't formally published but has rich detail. And crucially, look for working documents.
Like drafts.
Exactly. Drafts, meeting minutes, maybe even emails. Sometimes you find drafts with track changes still on them, gold dust for seeing how ideas evolve.
Wow, okay. So get ready, get organized. What's E-extract?
Extract, yes. This is where you pull out the data. Could be simple, like using an Excel sheet. Or you might use specialized software if you have a lot.
And it's not just skimming, right?
No. This is about close reading, really reading carefully, even the annexes, the footnotes.
That's where the secrets are hidden.
Often, you find these little golden nuggets of information. And really important, as you read, start jotting down your thoughts. Emerging ideas, connections you're seeing.
Little notes to yourself?
Yeah. Researchers often call them memos. It's where you start building your analysis while you're extracting.
Okay, so R is ready, E is extract, then A is
Analyze.
analyze. And this really flows directly from extract. It's iterative, you go back and forth.
So what kind of analysis are we talking about?
You start asking deeper questions, like what's missing here? Whose voices aren't in these documents? Why?
Looking for the gaps.
Exactly. Or are there trends over time? Does the language change? How do different documents on the same topic compare? Maybe one is very technical, another very political.
Right.
And you can apply specific methods here too, like process tracing, to build a story of how things happened, step by step.
So it's about finding patterns, comparing, questioning, and finally, D.
D is distill.
Distill, like getting it down to the essence. Precisely. Someone described it like cleaning archaeological finds, rinsing off the sand, keeping the best specimens.
I like that analogy.
Yeah. It's about refining your findings, making them clear, using good quotes, maybe graphics, showing comparisons. The aim here is saturation.
Saturation, meaning?
Meaning you get to a point where new documents aren't really telling you anything new. You've grasped the core themes, the main story. It doesn't necessarily mean reading every single page you found.
Right, it's about understanding the phenomenon fully, not just drowning in paper.
Exactly.
And does this work in practice? Can you give an example?
Sure. There was a study in Pakistan looking at media coverage of HIV and viral hepatitis.
Okay.
Using document analysis, they found really striking differences. Even though they're spread in similar ways, HIV was constantly framed around immoral behavior,
Wow.
whereas hepatitis was treated purely as a medical issue. The analysis highlighted that deep-seated stigma baked into the public discourse reflected in those documents.
Wow. That shows how powerful framing is and how documents reveal it.
It really does. It showed a clear need to reframe HIV communication.
So, bringing this back to you listening, this read approach is clearly useful for researchers, but it sounds broader than that.
Absolutely. It's a systematic way to handle lots of information. Doesn't matter if it's for work project reports, academic study, or just, trying to understand a complex news story.
It's a critical thinking tool, really. Helps you find things you might otherwise miss.
Definitely. And maybe that leaves you with a question to ponder.
Oh.
Next time you read something, a news report, a company email, even a social media post, think about it not just as text. Ask yourself, what's the unwritten story here?
What's not being said?
Exactly. Or what biases might be shaping how it's written? Whose perspective is centered? Whose is missing? Think of that document like a little archaeological site. What can you dig up?